Welcome back to another episode of Twisted Metal Companion. I'm Peter. Is sitting over there waiting for the countdown from 10 is Tyler. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good.
It's been a while, but we have finally got some new content for season two. The only person I believe that I saw share, the trailer and say that this is the final trailer was Mike Mitchell. He said that this was the final trailer. Everyone else has just kind of shared it. And so I'm going to take his word for it. And that's kind of what I've been saying as well as I've been sharing it on social media. We also got, I think, 10 or 11 new images from, I don't know if it's Pief Wayman. It's Pief. He's a still photographer. I've been communicating with him, trying to figure out, which are his pictures, that kind of thing, because I want to be sure to credit the people that are working behind the scenes. And so we got a poster, a banner poster, then we got the images, and we got the new trailer. Tyler, what has this morning been like for you? You actually had the day off, so you were pretty lucky. But on social media, I don't know what you did after you saw the trailer, but can you describe your morning?
Uh, yeah, I saw the notification from a message from you that the trailer had dropped, and so I checked that out, and then I saw that you had posted, I think, on Instagram or Twitter, the images, and then I took a bike ride. That was fun.
Oh, that was it.
Uh,
Okay. All right.
yeah,
So,
I
no,
we'll get into the images and
got
the
it.
trailer and everything, but yeah,
Yeah. For me, like, hopefully nobody from work is listening, but I was making like, several graphics, trying to do some research, trying to find because nobody had shared the images just yet. And I go, oh, that's interesting. So all we got was a trailer today. But I just started searching and Googling, and I was able to find other news media outlets that shared some images. I think the first one I found it had like maybe four, and I thought that was it. But then like later on, I found several. And so I deleted that first post, made a new one. I'm like, found more. And then like later in the afternoon, MJ shares like all the HD versions. I'm like, well, so if I just waited a little bit longer, but I'm always, trying to help promote the show, but also bring a little bit of attention to what we're doing for those that are seeking out a podcast, YouTube channel that, kind of do these episode analysis and breakdowns and interviews. So that's what I was doing all morning. And I just love seeing the excitement from the other cast members sharing images, tagging one another. And so you can kind of see like, all right, maybe this pairing spend a little bit more time behind the scenes, or maybe they have more scenes together. So I was kind of playing that game as well. But I think what makes today even more exciting is because when season one dropped, it was not, maybe nearly 2 weeks when I believe the SAG-AFTRA joined the WGA in a strike in 2023. And so nobody was promoting anything, and you have to really look for it, your official websites and stuff like that. But if you were following the people from the show, they weren't sharing stuff because of the strike. And so now that we're past that, everybody was sharing everything, and even Stephanie Beatriz was like liking some of my posts. I'm like, oh, that's that's amazing. And so I think they're also excited to see the fans excited because they didn't get a chance to interact with us the first season. And so we're kind of going through the first season episode breakdowns right now, and we're halfway through. And Mitch, he reshared the clip, where I was talking about his tongue,
oh
right?
yeah,
And yeah, I think today alone, the last time I checked, I think he got us about 4,000 additional views on that. So thank you,
yeah.
Mike
Thank
Mitchell,
you.
for that. Yeah. So some people have discovered us. Several new follows today, some interactions, people asking questions, and unfortunately, the our followers from across the pond. I have not heard an update yet for our UK people, and that's the only international region that's reached out to me to see if I was able to find anything for them. But most of the information we'll be sharing today have been released in the US, so we'll get into it. We'll start off with the images. Tyler, unless you can think of anything before we get into them.
No, I think we
Okay.
should get into
Okay.
them.
All right, let's get into it. This very first picture, it's a variation of the actual poster. I just thought this, it fit the screen better, and I really love the colors. We got John Doe and Quiet, along with Sweet Tooth, and a few vehicles, including the
We got two sweet tooths.
we do wait, yes, him in the
Yeah, the
vehicle.
little
But
one there.
what is Vermin's vehicle here?
Uh,
I can't read
Roach
that first
Coach.
word. Roach Coach. Okay. And then
Yeah.
we have I'm forgetting the name of this one. They got it from the Vulture, right? In the towards the end of season one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't remember the name.
I don't either. In the
Spike
background, you see Mr. Grimm.
Roadkill.
Oh, yeah, Roadkill. That sounds correct. I believe that's also the title of like episode 9. Also, if you guys are are kind of tuning into our podcast, or at least the season one coverage, and you haven't seen like that back half in a while for season one, you may want to avoid this because we are going to get into the trailer for season two, and that may have like potential spoilers depending what we're discussing, and
Mhm.
obviously we won't know if it's a spoiler or not, but if you are someone who likes to remain spoiler free and just kind of go in blind, I would suggest maybe skipping this episode, unless you just don't really care. So, but I just want to kind of give that fair warning because yeah, we'll be mentioning things that for the people that again are just kind of watching the show as they're also listening to our coverage, you may want to skip. All right. So I do love this poster. Is anything else? Any other comments? I kind of wish that they weren't smiling. It looks a little too happy.
Yeah, a little too like a buddy comedy.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good description. They have beautiful smiles. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not asking for like blood and gore like on their faces or anything like that. But you're right. It does look like more of a buddy comedy. And if you're somebody who's not privy to the video games, you're also like, what is that clown? Like what is going on here? But having seen season one and knowing a lot of these characters. I like it. I'm not a big fan of the smiles because I want something I don't know, it doesn't really quite fit the vehicular combat here underneath it. That's just my opinion, but I really do like it. The one of the first images we get is of
Oh
Axel
yeah.
Michael James Shaw. Yeah, I have a comment once we get to the trailer, but what do you think of this image here?
Yeah, looks great. Uh the the wheels, like all the mechanism and chains and stuff. It's like put a lot of work into.
Is this the hoverboard of the apocalypse? We went from like
Yes.
standing on the tiny little two wheels to this is what it's gonna look like. Hey, I'm ready for it.
As I say, all
Looks
he needs
heavy.
is a juice box or something to zoom around drinking.
Yeah. Now, are you able to listen to music? Does he have a cassette deck or CD player? I am not seeing one. And also, where are your headlights? But this is just kind of a cropped. I would love to see if there are headlights or
Oh yeah,
something.
some pop out from the side or something like that.
And how does he steer? So, but I am excited about this nonetheless.
These are questions that will definitely all be answered in season
I
two.
hope so. I hope so. Okay, next image we got are I think I don't know if it's called the Dollface Gang or the Doll Gang.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of a caption on the actual main page. I don't want to have to keep uh referencing it because it actually shows the episodes some of these images are from. There's one particular that does not show it, but almost all of them have the episode number on it. And I wish I hadn't seen that. That was another
Mm.
reason. And now, oh
Oh yeah,
crap.
I see that.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah.
So, say la vie, I can't hide everything, you guys. But it's also, this is from the NBC website. If you guys look over here, that's the damn peacock. So I tried keeping the spoilers out, but please just try not to look at the at the address bar. But yeah, so this is the Dolls Gang according
Yeah.
to what I'm seeing
Those
there.
the masks remind me a lot of uh, the Purge Anarchy, the second
Hmm.
Purge movie. There's three girls that wear similar masks that terrorize a convenience store. Okay, hold on one
They,
second.
yeah.
I can hear you. I'm a second away. Oh damn, it's not on my Blu-ray. I was checking to see if the mask was on there, but it's not.
Not even on the backside.
No. Damn.
But looking at these masks, they do look aside from the like the the makeup, they do look like they are identical. And then each one is kind of colored differently to kind of show like the kind of how the age progression or how old the actual mask is or
Mhm.
how the wear and tear from it. And then like the eye makeup's a little bit different, but the lips look all very similar, the nose, the size, the eye shapes. Yeah, yeah. So it's just really lashes and lipstick shades, I feel, and some kind of like stitching. At least they appear to be stitching. I love the look.
Mhm.
Everyone seems to be right-handed. Is that right?
Oh wow, that's fortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to check out the yeah, these
Maybe
are
maybe in the fall we've demonized left-handedness again.
yeah, some of these are the let's see, the M4A2s with the collapsible buttstock. Very familiar with that. Well, I mean, not this one that I'm pointing at because it does have like this. Well, I guess you can still get banana clip for it, but very similar to the one that I was issued in the army. Um, so yeah, very used for mobility. The type of the collapsible buttstock. The ones before these were the long ones, which were a variation of like the Vietnam era ones, which were the A1s. So A2 changed a little bit, and then these were kind of for your urban warfare. Any other comment about the doll gang?
No.
Okay, next image we have is an up close of Quiet and Mayhem is driving. Looks like it's at nighttime, and they are clearly being chased, I feel.
Let's say yeah, being chased or something is like coming head on.
Ah, yes, actually, I like what you're saying better. That's yeah, and Mayhem looks like she got some sort of eye makeup on here, maybe some sort of necklace. That's pretty much all I can make out in that. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. This next image, we got the stew lighting Sweet Tooth's hair on fire. Somebody on Twitter today asked me if that was fake or real fire.
I think it's
And
probably
I
CG.
replied with a staring dog gif. I was like, okay, okay, I don't know if like you're trying to just to get an engagement out of me, but I was just like, there's no way
I
you think
mean,
it's real.
wrestlers go through a lot of stuff, and I'm sure Samoa Joe has probably dealt with his fair share of real fire in the ring.
I'm sure of it. So yeah, nothing here except for we do see like the baseball that covers the eye from again kind of towards the end of
Mhm.
the finale, season one finale.
The
So
Stu's got his Rambo bandana.
yes, yes, I don't want to jump ahead, but I did see there was like a frame in the trailer that Stu looks like he's taking on the look of Sweet Tooth a little bit, uh removing the top, and having like something here in the front. But yeah, very similar to something we've already seen at the end or towards the end of season one. The next image we have is that of Mr. Grimm dodging all types of missiles. This one has a purple trailing smoke behind it. I
Yeah, I
think
think we
this
see that
is
one in the trailer as well.
right. From the previous trailer, we saw like when he has his scythe, right? And he like knocks one that was coming to him. The next image here we have now I'm taking this as like a I'm not sure how to describe it, but it's definitely a door to what a wish could look like, maybe. Or,
Yeah,
just
this it definitely screams like a hall of doors, like a bunch of different things, or something different every time you open this one or something like that.
yeah,
Seems like maybe leaning into the supernatural.
right. I think so. I don't know why, but like when I first saw this, it just made me think of Stranger Things. But the
Okay, yeah.
tree, I don't even think they were trying to make the tree look too real, right? Does this look like a real tree to you? I know it's not supposed to be
It
one, but
no, yeah. It looks, I mean, it looks very like purposefully kind of stagey,
okay.
like a prop.
Yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting from that as well. So yeah, it's quiet in John with the door open, looking into like the ether. Basically, there's smoke on the ground, and a tree. Maybe it'll throw an apple at you. Who knows? We'll see. So next image here, we have Calypso. I think it's jacket there. I didn't notice the collar here. It
Oh
almost
yeah.
looks like a I'd have to look at the entire suit, and I'm sure we have like frames of it, and I just haven't really uh observed it fully, but just his top, it reminds me of like those guys that hold the flags for the bulls, the bullfighters, right? Is that what they're called?
Oh, yeah.
Just because it's so
Okay, yeah,
slimming,
I can
like
see that.
it's fitting, and the collar thing, that's just where I went. I
I think
almost feel like
I
you
think
should
the
be playing
pose also
Madonna's like "Take a
helps.
Bow." Right? Yeah,
The pose
yeah.
also kind of helps sell it.
Right. I do love like his facial reactions of everything I've seen. It's just so unlike any character I've seen him play,
Oh yeah, he's
Anthony
very
Carrigan.
expressive.
Very. So he's excited. I mean, I think right isn't this supposed to be like the first tournament, right? Like we kind of learn through dialogue in
Yeah,
the first season.
yeah.
Okay. I don't think we can make out anything else. I know that he does have his own logo and it's not present in this very frame. But we'll move along. Next image we have is a lineup of a lot of the drivers that pulled into the hangar. Um, from left to right, I'll name the ones that I do know. Excuse me. Far left here, we do have a couple people in the far left that is a little bit difficult to make, but there is a guy with some sort of helmet with spikes, like a mohawk, spike mohawk on the
Mhm.
helmet. Looks pretty cool. Then we see Mr. Grimm without his helmet, and so I don't know if it's me or if it's the lighting, but a lot of the people that are wearing like leather, it has like a blue hue to it. Am I mistaken in that? Does that look a little blue to
Oh no,
you?
yeah. Uh, yeah, I can see that. I think
Maybe
yeah, it might be
a
just
little of the
like a
lighting.
light, yeah, like a light reflecting or something.
I think so. If you look at some of their faces, there's more of like the cooler look rather than the warm. Um, so we had okay, so Mr. Grimm, then we have Mayhem. Now there's a gentleman between Mayhem and Dollface. I looked it up. Well, I didn't. I kind of looked it up because in the caption he is listed as a Charlie Floop, I think is his name, and he actually is a character. I think
Okay.
I forgot what game, but he drives. Ugh, I wish I had this up. He is a character, so he is a character and I don't know much about him, but I just saw the name and I'm just like, that can't be a real name. And he is a real character from one of the games, Charlie Floop. So Dollface, I mentioned, she has her face on, or I'm sorry, mask on, and really can't make out the rest of her wardrobe. But then we have Quiet still rocking Loud's jacket, and so she's still pretty much wearing what we saw her wear in the previous season, right? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe the shirt might be different underneath, but just on the outside, it looks the same. John looks the same, except for now is more of a kind of a dark purple or crim, like a yeah, kind of a darkish purple red, dark purple, very dark purple.
Mhm.
But it's definitely not the yellow high C shirt that he wore previously.
No.
So yeah, still has utility vest. There's another gentleman in the back. I believe I don't think he was Dave. It could be this other person with the hooded mask named Dave, but there's somebody credited as Dave, and I'm just like, that's very plain. So he could be the plain looking dude in the back. I don't know. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I
but
was trying to figure
but
out if we'd seen that person before. I don't think
I
so.
have not. But I believe the actor. I believe we follow each other on Instagram. Um, and then obviously we have Stu, played by Mike Mitchell in the back there. Again, this person with the hooded mask. That's kind of a cool mask, actually. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very like executioner.
yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah, that's kind of I could definitely see that. Um, I'm trying to make out anything else on that person's clothing.
Looks kind of like a
Uh,
cross necklace or something, like made of
oh, okay,
stakes or something.
right, right. But yeah, I'm trying to check out the eye makeup too. Kind of hard to see. And then next to that person is Raven, played by Patty Guggenheim. And so we get a pretty decent look at her wardrobe. Um, I do notice that she's got like kind of this cut off fingers cut off a glove here. That's kind of very shiny leather. So that's pretty much it. Now she does look a little bit more traditionally like Raven, right, from the video games with her makeup. The is a little bit more
Yeah, I
pale
believe so.
face with the gothic look, and not so much
Yeah,
like the Nev Campbell character. So, Sweet Tooth in the back just minding his own damn business. So, hmm. Next image
backing up
we
Stu.
have, yeah, yeah, right,
I
he
would
is.
I would love,
Uh,
yeah, if the plot is Stu is in the tournament, but Sweet Tooth is just there helping
he's
him.
writing bitch, to take a line from season one. Here we have this looks very interesting. I have never seen John carry a pistol like this. So that's interesting. I don't know my pistols, but John is pictured here with his sister. We learned her name. Tia, no, um, Kiara? Is that sound right? Dollface. I'm forgetting her other character name. But played by Tiana Okoye. I feel like it was like Keanu or Kiera or something like that. I kind of forget. But, hey, I'll have it remembered once we get to season two. I wish I had all the information down. But yeah, Dollface and John Doe here, they are hiding behind something. So I don't know if they're sneaking into a compound to sneak somebody out, but they are definitely armed and clearly want to be hidden. The last
Hmm.
image we have is of, oh, so many character names.
Vermin.
Raven and Vermin, yes. Now, what do you think of Vermin? We get a pretty good look at her and her wardrobe here. I can't really make out what she's wearing. It looks like it's a kind of a refashioned what used to be a leather jacket in mixed in with like an apron. I don't know what is going on here
Yeah, yeah. It definitely looks like, yeah, some type of like tougher material for the
for the
like shoulders
shoulders.
and sleeves, and then yeah, like a suspenders or yeah, apron or something like that, like a jumpsuit.
Definitely some layers.
Very
And I do
dirty,
notice,
all very
yeah,
dirty.
yeah. I was actually about to talk about Raven, and I thought you were commenting on her, um,
Oh,
in a different sense. But she's got this Edward Scissorhand thing going with the buckle in the middle there. So I do wonder what that is about. And she is wearing some sort of like waist type charms, like a chain around her waist with charms on it. So I wonder what the
yeah,
charms represent.
it's all very goth.
Yes, can't make out where they are. There's like a stool. It looks like maybe an abandoned schoolhouse. And I always say that because of the upside down stool behind Vermin. That's kind of what it
Oh yeah,
reminds me of.
yeah.
Maybe
It
there's
looks
some
like a
artwork there.
yeah. I was just gonna say yeah. It looks like art on the table there.
Yeah, so it looks like maybe some of them even pair up. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Any of these pictures you want to go back and look at?
No, I think we're
Okay. All
covered.
right. So let's see here. We are not going to play the trailer. Don't want to get in trouble by YouTube or whatever, but also I don't want this episode to be removed from some of the streaming platforms. That's some of the issues I've had with like other podcasts where I may have played something a little too long, and then Spotify, for example, has mo removed several episodes, and so just got to be really careful. But we will be able to go by the frames, and hopefully, I run into
You
less
just need
issues.
to alter sound and then have like a shining strobe light that just, goes over the video to trick the
Right.
robots.
Yeah. I've even considered like screen recording and then uh, making it a little bit transparent, 70%, something like that. I don't know. We'll see, but hopefully everyone has seen the trailer, but we will not super analyze this, but we're gonna look at the frames and just kind of give our thoughts. So let's see here. How do I? Okay, that's too much. That was way too fast. Okay. I know you're supposed to be able.
If yeah, I think you can. You're trying to like slow it down.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so
Okay, yeah,
that might be too slow, but at least I won't be missing anything because if I use like the arrow, I'm skipping like seconds at a time.
yeah.
So we opened up on several TVs, old school TVs stacked on each other, and Calypso is introducing himself and is talking about the tournament. I probably won't get
Mhm.
too much into the dialogue because there's going to be a lot of images or sequences cut in and out while he's speaking. So I do believe the caption is on. So for those that are also watching on the YouTube, so it looks like some sort of refuge here possibly, and there's is a fire, and people look like they are they're definitely trying
It looks like a
to
raid or
take cover,
something.
right?
Like,
A raid, okay. So here's a man with a patch over his eye that we have not seen anywhere else. So that's interesting.
maybe it's just like looting or something, like during
That could be.
a
Yeah.
attack or something like that.
Okay. Here we have an actual sequence from the image we saw previously with John and his sister Dollface. So they are definitely running at night. We see, was that Axel?
Oh yeah,
Axel,
uh,
is
yeah,
he,
definitely.
he's there, right? He is definitely,
Yeah,
that is a silhouette of someone back there. Okay.
maybe maybe he's idling. He's taking a nap while everything
He's
is
charging, like,
happening here.
connected
Yeah.
to a USB. Uh, okay. So yeah, that's interesting. I wonder where they are. Is, I wonder if this is like a, where do they take like cars that they tow, and like
Oh
Axel's
yeah.
there and it's more funny, that he's like still in his vehicle
So
or
we
his
can't see it
wheels.
just right behind that machine or whatever. There's a boot on the tire or something like that, so he can't move.
Oh yeah. Okay. You're being facetious. I was like, is
Oh
there a
yes, no,
boot in
yeah,
this?
I'm just joking.
And that is there a animal of sorts in the right by the bush there?
Oh,
Let's see. There's the
it's like a
cursor.
big
So right
chicken.
here. Yeah. So at least I have the cursor if I want to point out something. Um, Now we have Roadkill, I believe it is, right? Just driving towards an explosion. Very nondescript, not a lot to go by. Now this is interesting. We don't know where John is, but here John looks like he's wearing a new San Francisco maybe security uniform or something. So maybe he snuck in. Uh maybe maybe this is like the first episode or two where no, he did. He already made that run. See, that's the problem. While we're still like halfway through our season one coverage, I'm like, I'm thinking that he had to go return that the thing to Raven 1.0, but that's already coming in season one. But anyway, so that's gonna be interesting to see what that's about. Don't we? I don't believe we see who he's speaking to. He almost looks just straight up Captain America right here.
No,
Uh,
the costume, yeah, is also very reminiscent of like his Captain America, kind of like outfit.
right. Yeah. I do wonder what's all that stuff in the background. It's like the stuff that are hanging from the ceiling, possibly. Um, Yeah, I don't know what that is. You know what I'm talking about? Like these things back here. I wonder what those are.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Something hanging.
Dolls or something. I'm not sure. More Calypso. Love that tie. Okay, so this is a different fit than he was wearing earlier. So I wonder, this must be like the video that they're watching because he's like looking straight at us right now, and he's talking about like hosting the tournament. He's got a pretty good production crew here on this video. You know, there's a couple different
Yeah,
cuts there, so very fancy. Um, Tournament. Okay, so we cut to uh some runway, and Sweet Tooth is chasing after Mr. Grimm. Vermin shot something at Sweet Tooth. It appears because there's an explosion coming behind Sweet Tooth, so that's why. Guessing that up close of Stu.
so,
Man, that fire looks
yeah.
really good. You know,
It
now I shouldn't
does.
be such of an asshole to the person. I mean, but also like you're asking if that's real fire. It looks good though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we don't really set people on fire that much anymore.
No, and I love what Sweet Tooth is doing. He's almost kind of doing like the thing you see in like shampoo commercials where you just like put shampoo in your hair and you're just like rinsing out
Yeah,
your hair. That's good. Dudes with it. Up close,
yeah.
up
What were those
roadkill.
commercials? Herbal essences.
Yeah,
Herbal
yeah,
essences
something like
where
that. Or
like
Head
yeah,
and
people
Shoulders
would
maybe.
have a way too good of a time in the shower.
We can't see who's in the vehicle, but I'm pretty sure that's the roadkill, right? It's got a missile launcher on top to RPG. Or yeah. Oh wait, right? Rocket RP. What is it called?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
Rocket propelled grenade.
okay. Fade to Black. We open up on uh
Yeah,
Vermin.
roach coach.
Oh, Roach Coach. This must be a sequence in like a flashback. The vehicle looks relatively new,
Oh yeah, yeah. Looks way
right?
better.
Looks pretty clean. Yeah. Yeah, really clean. Like you can, I mean, the paint job and all that looks real good, shiny. The roach looks like the roach. Um, and here I don't, are these vultures, do you think, or do you think they're like another type of gang?
Oh, they would, yeah, they look different. I think this person in the middle is the one that we saw standing in the lineup, the spiky helmet.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. It does look like a kind of a down the middle mohawk type style. That you could be right.
Yeah, I would guess that they're a new or not the vultures, some other gang. They look,
A new racing crew.
yeah,
Oh, look at that. Hops out of the top. Oh, is the seat on the top? Is that this person sit on top maybe? Okay, so it looks like well, at least the way this trailer is cut, this group, they look like sort of some sort of samurais too. Homeboy here on the far left
yeah.
looks like he might have some katanas back here.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
maybe a fan
definitely.
of like that Ninja Batman, you know, look
I
going on.
and they're I am colorblind, but I believe that car is pretty green.
Are
And
you
we do,
really?
yes.
I did
Uh,
not know that.
oh yeah, it doesn't affect me most of the times. Uh,
Okay.
but
It is
if I'm
green.
right, cool. Got it. We get a cowabunga from John
You
later.
do.
Maybe these
And
are Metal Ninja Turtle gang, like influenced
it could
by,
be Ronin,
you know,
right? Like the Ronins,
yeah,
you know. And that line, I would love for someone to uh you know, not fact check. That's not what I'm looking for. Like I would love to know who pitched it, and I'm almost willing to bet that it's MJ that pitched that line. Cowabunga motherfucker. That just it sounds like something that he would pitch. I don't know. That's just me. Um, yeah. And so we see Quiet with the doll gang. Let's see. She looks. I'm trying to make out the thing on her shoulder here. Is that something that was on the jacket before on the Out's jacket? This little thing on the shoulder is like a flower pattern of sorts.
Oh, no, I don't think so. It looks like very rigid.
Yeah, maybe maybe they updated it, you know. Also like for more protection if it is supposed to be like metal or something, you know.
Yeah.
Um Now what Dollface is wearing, I wonder if we've seen this before. The green is throwing me off. I think we may have seen like an early image of her with the actual mask on wearing this because I feel like we've talked about like her ribbons and stuff before.
Mm.
I think these are like keys or something here on the her jacket
Okay,
on her
yeah.
blouse. Yeah. Okay, keep on going there. So, ooh, I wonder if this frame here, if you win. Okay, so obviously you can't take the voiceover. Um, the voiceover isn't always going to match up with what we're actually seeing. But right here, I wonder if they're looking for Quiet, and Quiet's not trying to make eye contact. And right here, the way like Stephanie is like looking up, without bringing her head up, is also trying not to bring attention to herself. Like that's kind of my
Hmm.
read. Again, it's like a few different frames. And now we cut to Mr. Grimm. It's nighttime. He's probably at just, we don't know a lot about Mr. Grimm, but what we've seen in the like previous teasers and trailer, he is a soul sucker somehow, right? The Grim Reaper. And so he's removing his helmet to reveal the man inside. And I think this is gonna kind of line up with what we've seen in a previous clip where he is literally sucking the soul or the spirit or the essence of somebody. And I love that too, because it just looks like he's getting like another hit of that dopamine, that drug,
Hmm.
that's keeping him, kind of going there. Up close of Calypso here, talking about a single wish. One wish. Okay. And now we cut to John, Cowabunga mother. Okay, let's see. This looks like a kid's room, right? I mean, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of like artwork in the back. So, and I think he's still wearing that new San Francisco suit, get up,
Hmm.
right? Based off of the
Yeah,
collar of
looks
what
like
we
it.
see. So I wonder if he's talking to, it'd be funny if he's talking to a kid. This one we get, so we cut to some sort of chase. Uh, loud, no, Quiet is hanging out of the passenger side window and is about to throw one of her axes. I think John is driving. Daylight can't tell who they're going after, but another one where there's an explosion. It looks like an old Nissan, maybe it's a white Nissan and I can't tell who they are being chased by, but a
Mm.
missile hits some sort of fuel tank that explodes as that car passes by. Um, a lot of action for sure, so we're not going to be lacking there. Here looks like somebody is off to see the wizard in this shot here, Peacock Original.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, you got the backside of what looks to be like Mayhem, Quiet, Dollface, and John, and they are looking at some sort of city with a bunch of, I don't know, chimneys or smokestacks, fires, whatever smoke. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
Um,
lot of stuff going up in there. I think you're spot on with the like Wizard of Oz. It definitely feels like uh the group, seeing the city.
yeah. Do you think that this is somebody that they're seeking out and it's not Calypso? Do you think there's an outside like I don't know, some sort of, yeah, help that they're trying to, something that's gonna give them an advantage for this tournament?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe they're like
Really hard to
approaching
say.
like before, like the turn, I guess on their way to the tournament after hearing the call, to action.
Yeah, and um, I want to note that we don't see a vehicle there. That doesn't necessarily mean they're on foot, but at least that they're trying to get closer without being detected, possibly. But we do get, well, let's see. This is very interesting because Mayhem is the only one smiling, and I think the does. I don't. They don't have last name, but John and Dollface, they they don't like the idea of this, whatever's going on.
No, yeah, they're more
But
concerned.
yeah, but I am looking behind them. I don't see a vehicle, but again, it's just this angle. But Mayhem, she was smiling, so I wonder if that's somewhere she wanted to go. We cut to another compound here with a bunch of kind of storage units, those metallic ones. Connexes. I don't know what else they're called, but I'm trying to see if there's any kind of like Easter eggs here. But UASC. I did not look up what that could be.
So in the on the storage containers or whatever, yeah, there's Welcome and then Diesel City.
Oh, okay. Welcome Diesel City. Got it. Very nice. Yeah, so you can make out right there. Welcome Diesel City. Again, for those that are watching on the YouTube channel. Okay, now this kind of reminds me of like the new San Francisco
Yeah,
guards, but I could be wrong. That's what they look like.
maybe it's
See,
Checkpoint or something getting into
yeah,
Diesel City.
okay. Oh, right, right, right. If it's these, why would I get? Because those they're probably not gonna jump around that badly, where yeah, you're gonna show them pulling into Diesel City. These first next sequences is probably gonna be there. Um,
And I like we see also yeah, we this is the first time we see I think the John and them in the
oh,
more formal wear. So we're going to see a lot of what looks like a prom in the trailer.
so when I first watched this, there was a sequence where I thought that they were like attending a funeral or something. It was just like something like I was watching it real quick and it was on my phone. So this is actually the biggest I've seen it so far late in this evening. But I do wonder if they're doing kind of like that sitcom trope, where or even the Spaceballs, right? I keep referencing that movie where they're trying to sneak in, and so they have to like dump some people to steal their clothes so they can walk in and fit in. Um, because they are walking with some woman that I don't recognize,
Mhm.
and I don't know if she's part of like the dog gang or if it's just somebody that they're trying to get in with because maybe she has the whatever it is here, the toll, something to pay or something. I'm not sure. Oh, very interesting. But they do look like they have some sort of setup. Um, some of the dialogue that is going on is that something happened where they want to bring down everything, right? The system, the walls. So I'm assuming collectively, like all the different communities, because it's like the divided, states of America, right? So I wonder if this is like, you know, the tournament aside, I think this is like their other side quest is to bring down the quote unquote government. I don't know. That's just some of the dialogue that's going on. Do you have any other thoughts or anything you recall?
Yeah, it definitely yeah, seems like they're setting out to like get rid of the current like city system, where only some people can get in, everyone else has to live on the outside.
I didn't see where the source came from, but I did see somewhere online that said the first episode was titled Kent and it was spelled with regular letters. And so I wonder if season two went away with the vanity plates because it was fun and stuff, but when it comes to podcasts, especially, like how are you going to look for any of our episode reviews, right? Are you going to type in crazy swords, hoping that you're going to get like Crossroads,
Yeah,
like
I mean, I guess like outside of yeah, like a season, episode number, like 101, 201, something
right.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets complicated.
A little bit, yeah. When you're trying to look for little things like that, articles, like how do you just search for those? You have to know the titles. So that's something that I will be interested to see. What did they do? Did they alternate? Did they mix it up? Is it written with regular letters and then vanity plate style? So yeah, that we won't know just yet. But we will get to some information after this trailer that I forgot to kind of bring up. Okay, moving along. I think this is like really early on in the season, first couple episodes, possibly with because Quiet is still wearing like that jacket. And I feel she's probably wearing that jacket maybe for like the first half. And once they start wearing all these other stuff, we may not see them go back to what we usually see. I don't know. It's just a guess, but I do like how I guess I don't know where else you would put it, but Dollface, she has her jacket, or not her jacket, but her mask down here, almost as she has it like holstered, like a
Hmm.
weapon a little.
Yeah. They're on the boat.
We speaking of Dollface, we have her with mask on, walking down some sort of hallway inside a building, um, walking with authority for sure. So she is heading somewhere, obviously, but looks like the alarm is sounded with some flashing red lights. Um, who is this? Can't make out who this person is, but somebody is holed up in a room and being shot at. That's interesting. Oh, that's so awesome too, seeing the bullets go through. Who is that person? I can't make out who it is. Oh, so it's her. Wait, 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 wait. Not. Let me go back just a little bit. That doesn't look like stone, does it?
I mean, it could be.
I
Maybe
mean, we're
it's
not gonna
that.
rule it out.
Maybe it's that.
It looks like
Dave
gray hair.
or like
Oh
the.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Right, plain looking dude from earlier.
Yeah.
Could be really hard to say. It's very smoky, but we are to believe that. I mean, if this is in sequential order, it's Dollface is the one that was shooting through that door. Now she's opening it up, full of smoke. I don't think we're gonna see anybody. So to what we were saying earlier about, the disguises, we got John dressed like Superman. Uh,
Yeah.
this is also the week that Superman's dropping, and Anthony Carrigan is also in Superman as Metamorphosis. Does that sound right?
Oof. Yeah. I don't know. I got tickets for tomorrow though.
I am going Friday evening. So yeah, I wanted to go to tomorrow night, but my buddy couldn't go late. So yeah, I do love the idea of taking the idea of like super Clark Kent just putting on glasses and nobody recognizes him. So on that note, I have been watching different type of superhero things. The Schumacher, the Schumacher, yeah, the Schumacher Batman's animated series of Superman, Batman Beyond, all these different types of things. And when my daughter saw Clark and knew that he's Superman. She was like, "Oh, nobody else recognizes him. Like he's just putting on glasses, Daddy." I'm like, "I know you're so smart." So it doesn't even fool her. So Clark, come on,
It's,
it's been like a
it's,
hundred years. Gotta
it's how they carry themselves. That's the
yeah.
disguise.
That you're right. You're right. Um, so now we cut to looks like John. Yeah, John is taking off. Is he about to take off? Yes, he is
Yeah, it looks like
unzipping.
taking off the vest.
Oh, so now they're in disguise with like leather vests, as if they're some part of like a Harley Davidson gang of sorts or something. I can't I can't make out what that logo is.
No.
Something city. Hold on, I'm gonna let's see if I can zoom in on that a little bit more. Oh, yeah, that's not doing it any justice, but it's something city right here. It looks like a badge. Crescent. It almost looks like Crescent City.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah, something West Coast.
okay. So he's unzipping his jacket as quiet is why is it not moving now?
Is uh totally gutting a person.
Yes, but now it's not now my thing isn't
Try
moving.
just pausing and unpausing
Oh,
the
you know
video.
what? There we go. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it's so not gonna lie, her gutting this person is quite sexy. Um,
Yeah.
but the context of the
Yeah.
scene, what is going on? Why are they turning each other on and killing this guard
Well,
here?
uh yeah, we get it a little bit later, but it some more hints to it, but it seems like they're, in a more full on like relationship, I
Got it.
think.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe this is just their like oh, we're in this situation, so we might as well, enjoy ourselves.
It's a new kink. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
kill people as like
Sure.
as we're doing it.
Showing
New type
off.
of cooking. So here we go. You see the Calypso's flag displayed here in the hangar, with all the different vehicles. I love, let's see, I love the way they're walking. It's almost like, like the Armageddon, the ragtag team of misfits type
Yeah,
shot here.
and all
Oh,
of
we
their
got
cars
actually,
lining the
yeah.
walls.
There's a gentleman here on the far left, so he's another one with looks like a patch on his eye. Kind of your stereotypical biker, long
Mhm.
long gray hair with a beard, eye patch, um, a lot of recognizable faces. Can't really make it out. It's pretty far out, but we gotta do that look like a regular ass mechanic too. Calypso in the hangar addressing them. Okay, see, so here we go. We got this gentleman on the far left. Yeah, I wish I had the names up. Um, so I can see if they have a character name that's already out. But in this frame that we're looking at, we have unnamed new character, Quiet, Stu in the back, John next to her, Sweet Tooth behind him, and Axel behind Sweet Tooth. Okay, Calypso's talking to them, prepare for battle in 10. Now, so I think you know how this is about to play out in the next couple of seconds, but um I think everybody's like, would you have started running once he started counting down, or would you have waited for him to get to zero? Because everyone's like standing there as he's counting down, and he's starts to like, I think, nod with his head, like, "Why are you guys still standing here? Like, you guys should be running at this point." What would you
Ye-
have done? Do you think?
I mean, I wouldn't want to be the first person to start moving. Uh,
Yeah,
but yeah, it's a little confusing, whether he's saying like prepare for battle in 10 seconds, into 10, 9, 8, or
right.
prepare for battle. The battle is in 10 seconds. It's an honest mistake.
Yeah. So Vermin, we got an up close of her, and what do you think the green paint is on her face? At first, I thought it was
Oh,
like dried snot. Do you think she's like sniffing some of those like chemicals and is just
yeah,
dried up?
yeah, pesticide and stuff, just sleeping and rubbing it on your face.
Yeah, I
that
wonder.
or that or maybe it's kind of like an ironic thing, like she's vermin, she drives an exterminator van, but she's more of a friend to rodents and things like that, so maybe it's just like
Oh,
animal filth.
kind of like Crispin Glover in Willard with rats. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Okay. We almost got a up close of the mask here. The wannabe shredder.
Oh yeah.
Here to the Vermin's right, our left. Okay, Calypso and the sun is looks like the eclipse there is looks like it's not it's uncovering the sun, right? It almost looks like
It's
it's
hard to
moving to the
tell, yeah,
left a
which
little.
way it's going.
Yeah. So I'm I'm
Although I
I'm
guess
going
the clip that we saw of them all leaving the hangar is more daylight, so it's probably already past.
right. Okay, here's another this frame. You can see this the pirate biker over here a little bit better. Almost like
That
Mr. Slam a little bit, right? Like
It was gonna say it looked like a Dog the Bounty Hunter.
okay, yeah, I can see with the hair for sure. So here's your Charlie Floop, I think was the name, right? Oh, is that who I think it is right here? Is that Mike? Is that Mike
That
behind Dollface?
that looks like him.
That looks like Mike. Wow, okay. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else we see. I am
Oh,
just now
maybe that's a
noticing that.
scoop.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to screenshot and share that. What is going on? Okay. So everybody does start running. Where did Mike go? Okay, he's still standing
Standing,
there.
he's just
He's
standing
still standing
perfectly
there.
still.
Yeah. So everybody's running for it. Okay. We got a up close. I like this shot right here. We're cutting to Mr. Grimm just hopping on to his bike, and it's a close up on like him about to squeeze on the accelerator. I don't know bike. Sorry guys. But anyway, I like this
The
shot. Like they
throttle.
could be focusing on anything, but I love this. It's a nice up close shot. I want to give a shout out to Gabe, who also follows me on social media. He tagged me in a reel that he made on the things that he caught. It's like a minute and a half, I think it was. He's the one that pointed out these three green lights right here, and he showed other examples of other characters also having it. I forgot what
Oh,
he called it, and it's probably what I'm about to call it. But I wonder if this is kind of like a power bar, not a power bar that you eat, but the like in video games, your damage bar or
yeah,
indicator,
yeah,
right? So you get like three kills and like you're dead or something. I don't know. But I do
yeah,
wonder if that's from the game or that's something they came up with.
yeah. I don't know. I could definitely see it kind of going like that's maybe you can get like three hits or something, or three kills like powers that up, or something to like, oh, you now get like a power up or something. Calypso gives you a
Yeah.
rocket launcher, or something like that. Yeah, I didn't notice
Another
that.
one. Yeah. See, and I think the so I mean we're only 41 seconds into a 2 minute clip here, so we're gonna see a lot.
I like that
A
that stereo, the digital stereo that has the loading tape. You get the a tape deck that also has the digital screen.
ah,
You don't get that very
let's see
often.
here. No, it's a no, that's a CD player.
Well, there's a CD up top, but then it says
Right,
loading
right.
tape, and then it looks like he's pushing in a tape.
Oh, you're right. It does say loading tape. Oh, okay. I see it. This must be the right there, right?
The
That
what?
that must be where he might have inserted the tape right here. That
I
might
think it's
be
where
it.
his finger is. I think his finger's pushing it
Oh
in.
crap, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay, there it is. He is inserting the tape. Yeah, those might have been like towards the end of the no more cassette tapes, or it might have been that changeover. Let's see, peeling off, roadkill, yeehaw. That was quiet screaming yeehaw. Oh, look at that. Sweet Tooth has a little air freshener of a tree,
Oh yeah.
in his vehicle. I wonder if that little thing will help because we've seen how gross it is from season
I
one.
yeah, I'm wondering how often he changes it.
Let's see here. Sweet Tooth hits a button and he shoots a missile. So we kind of saw this before. This one shoots two missiles out of the eyes of his clown. So yeah, so we've seen this here where he's chasing Mr. Grimm. Okay, so we got Mayhem here. I can't tell where she's at, but some sort of
Screaming at a an arm sticking straight up.
yeah. So definitely reacting to something, and I wonder if this is arm of I wonder if she's reacting to the body or she's reacting to something for sure. And now I did see Sailor, who plays Mayhem, I did see her share something and said, if you want to see me kick somebody, you know, watch this or something like that. So I wonder if this is supposed to be Mayhem, because if it
Oh
is,
yeah.
I don't think that's Sailor though. See, I'm looking at the
Let's
face.
say yeah.
It might be her
Well,
stunt double, if that's supposed to be the same character. But yeah, kicks. Who's that supposed to be, do you think? Is that supposed to be Mr.
oh, and she's
Grimm,
holding an
maybe?
arm.
Oh, she is holding the arm. You're right. So if we go back, it's a so wonder, huh? So I wonder what is she doing? Is she grabbing that arm and is taking it with
And
her? That is very
kicking.
interesting,
Is
huh?
that Mr. Floop that's being kicked out?
I actually, maybe you're right. Maybe it's supposed to be him. I was almost thinking that it was Mr. Grimm, but I think you could be right. That might be Floop going out through the window. Then we cut to Raven in her vehicle late at night. Now, I don't think these are the Watkins storms, right? Because it appears that these color lightning is coming from like these towers with the silver balls.
Yeah, and if I remember right, I could be wrong, but I believe there's like a Twisted Metal level that has something like similar to that, where there's like a tower
Okay,
that will like periodically like shock vehicles around it or something like that.
got it.
Uh,
That sounds like a very difficult level. That almost reminds me of like the Ninja Turtles game from back in the day. I think maybe it's even in the water. You're supposed to swim and you got to be careful so you don't get like
oh
shocked to
yeah,
electric. Yeah,
night
something
yeah
like that.
nightmares inspired by that level. And
Let's
so
see.
when we've been seeing like I feel like there's like kind of like two different large chase sequences that we're seeing where it's just kind
Right.
of like a big like free for all. And I was thinking that was like actually like two different times, but I wonder if that's actually all the same. But I wonder if the eclipse actually is like going over the sun, and I wonder if this is
Oh,
kind of like a oh, then eventually it gets dark and there's all this fucked up shit, or something.
right. Oh, yeah, that could be. It could be part of the same sequence. I forgotten about that. Yeah, even the night sequences could still be all part of it. Yeah, for sure. I do love the effects of this missile hitting the ground, and you see how the ground just looks like it's about to just explode. So I love that. Sweet Tooth chasing after somebody. Oh, Mr. Grimm still. Some more shots of that. Ah, here comes Axel. And you see the green lights on Axel as he's driving by.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we can make anything else out. Yeah, nothing.
Say the pack or whatever it is that he's wearing with the green lights. It makes it look
Uh-huh.
like he's almost like a wearing like a singlet, like a strong man, like at a carnival or something. It's like a one piece where it's just the think like Andre the Giant.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. It kind of does. But that's right. Yeah, because he is wearing that. So he probably just like toss it over his shoulder if he is actually wearing something. Kind of hard to see. How does he steer? Does he? I don't know.
It's a great question.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see here. A couple of vehicles I don't recognize. Made for MDA 45. I don't know. MJ. There's MJ in this. That could be nothing, but I'm just trying to see. So what's that, like a 99 Honda Civic, the red one, and then this one is like one of those cruisers that is also a Taurus, or like an old Taurus, or is it a Ford Mustang maybe? I don't know. When they
I don't
remove
know.
all these like different things, like it's a little bit tougher to make out what these vehicles are. But more vehicular damage and explosions. Oh, I love this part right here. So this is a part where Axel is talking with John. He says, "You make a run at me. Okay, you make a run at me, I will end you." As he is, yeah, he's very opposing that. John is like cowering and walking backwards. He goes, "I will end you. Feel me?" And when I first saw that, I wanted to comment, be like, "You can hear John's ass puckering up." He is scared. So I love this hero. I feel Axel's gonna be like a really huge fan favorite. Everyone's been waiting for him anyway. So Calypso somewhere office maybe or something. Like I see like a one of those intercom speakers on the wall behind him. Um, More of the lightning striking, John running as those lightning are striking near him. Oh,
They're both in
so it
their
looks like, are
formal
they
wear.
running? Yeah, they're both wearing formal wear. He's wearing a suit and she's wearing like a red dress. Are they running towards one another?
Oh, I don't know.
Kind of looks like it. They could just be running in different directions, but this one here, we got John. Looks like he's in a classroom. There's a chalkboard in front of him. They're talking about that's what makes your wish worth it. So a little bit out of context, but definitely a classroom. I mean, you can see it right here where
Oh yeah.
Quiet's standing, obviously. Yeah. So at some point, they are in a school. Oh, what did I do again? Okay. She's not happy. Okay, so John is behind the wheels. Explosion, explosion. I don't know if you can make anything out here, but it looks like this could be early on. It'd be Roadkill and maybe some of the Dollface gang going after him or something, or again, very reminiscent of Fury Road, right?
Yes. Yep.
The doll gang right there. We see Sweet Tooth is back in his suit, so there must be some sort of like enchantment under the sea dance or something for like the Twisted Metal Fighter or drivers.
That that's the vibe that I'm getting is that yeah, like maybe before the night before the tournament or something, it's like everyone who's participating has a the Twisted Metal prom.
Right. Something like that, a little social that they're all attending here. But yeah, he's back in that suit that we saw in season one. More lightning, orbs on this tower, no idea. Um, Axel is also in one of these sequences. Let's see, is he idle right now? Is he parked? Okay,
Yeah, it
let's
looks like
see.
he's standing still, but there's something moving.
Yeah. Doll face shooting on top of a vehicle. More car chase. Oh, is that a buggy? Okay, so that's a buggy behind
Yeah,
Viper.
yeah,
No, not
more
Viper, Roadkill.
purple missiles.
Yeah. Sound and quiet. What is he wearing? Check out that track. It's a literal tracksuit, right?
Yeah,
Like
I was gonna
it's a
say yeah,
suit
it's
with
a
like track tires like on the side.
tracksuit with like it's like a blue or purple and like orange cut stripes
It's
all the way
a
down.
it could be a dark blue. It looks black, but that's its frame. Yeah, it's more of a kind of a reddish orange. Tire tracks is what it looks like. Quiet's on the bottom frame where she's got one finger in the mouth where she's about to do like the popping sound with her mouth. Then we got Sweet Tooth and Stu. So this is where I said that's Stu is looking more like Sweet Tooth here. He's got no
Oh
shirt
yeah,
on. Yeah, and he's wearing like some sort of backpack that almost looks like the straps on Sweet Tooth. Um, both have bloody faces. Okay, Axel and Mr. Grimm here. That image.
so
So
so you
here's
got a little bit of
Axel.
soul sucking in that Mr. Grimm image.
Yeah, I love that the imagery of that too. Like I think we've all felt that maybe if you have your vices. Uh, let's see. Yeah, so Axel, a little bit of Axel in action here. So he's got see, so I kind of forget the character and how he's built in the games. He's definitely shooting from below, so
Mhm.
his weapons are near his feet, out of my way. I wonder who's in his way. So I wonder what they're even if something's in his way, where is he headed? What's he i- is there like a capture the flag type of thing, right? Like
Ye-
these rounds,
yeah,
you know?
that's gonna be interesting to see how it's structured. Like
Right.
if it is just like okay, now you all just have to kill each other until there's one, or if it's like okay, get to this city or this place or something, and whoever survives there, then you move on or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe checkpoints, something
Yeah,
like that.
I would love capture the
Yeah.
flag. That would be fantastic.
We got Mayhem up close of her. Yeah, she's definitely wearing like a choker like around the neck. They kind of look like flower petals or something, or hard to see. Um, Up close of doll face. Okay. And this one is Raven and Vermin. So I wonder if there's like a well, who was the previous one again? Mayhem and who? Mayhem and Dollface.
Dollface.
Yeah, I wonder if these are if this is a clue to any sort of pairings through because we saw that one image of like Raven and Vermin together too.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they start as teams or something, and then get put off into singles.
Yeah, so check this out. In season one, we saw Harold with like a cocktail. Now we have Harold with a grenade, you know. And I love that it's like one of the old school grenades too. I think one of my favorite grenades in cinema is the one we see in like RoboCop. In the first RoboCop is like
Oh yeah.
the round looking one. Um,
Yeah. I
this is
wonder if
definitely
we'll get
Sweet
like
Tooth's vehicle.
a similar to like the first season with Harold with his cocktail. Cut to the cocktail full, cut to the cocktail empty. It'll be cut to the grenade sitting there, and then just the pin is just
Right.
gone.
Yeah. Let's see here. The doll gang shooting missiles at somebody. Oh, I wonder if they're shooting or are they saving whoever's in the ambulance? It looks like it. It looks like two other vehicles were maybe trying to go after the whoever's in the ambulance, and the doll gang is coming to the rescue. We got Dollface inside what looks to be some sort of warehouse. There is a guard behind her, but maybe it's somebody that is with her. Nope, nope. Maybe she is the distraction. I don't know. But there's a few guards here. She's about to kick one right in the face. We got Quiet in a very pretty red dress, again, as some sort
Oh,
of social.
and so that tree behind her actually kind of looks like the one when they open the
Ah,
door.
yeah, yeah. You could be right. I was about to say something that Doc said was like a rhythmic social gathering or something. Uh, so that I want to know what the needle drops are there. So yeah, so I don't know if this is an actual social event or is it some sort of dream sequence, but they are having a good time. There's definitely a party. Maybe Mr. Grimm is behind John right here, right? Is that could be Mr. Grimm, maybe?
Okay, yeah.
Don't know who some of the I don't recognize some of these other people, but there's like a table with, probably refreshments and food, looks like. I wonder who's behind John. It looks like somebody with a dress for sure.
Well, and
Or
the blonde hair there.
pink?
I yeah,
What?
remember that. Oh, or yeah, remember that hair and how that looks when we'll get to it
Okay.
in a few scenes, but
Oh, all
keep
right.
that in your head.
Okay, let's see here. Explosion. Explosion here. There's a vehicle explosion that was chasing Sweet Tooth. Okay, here we go. Here's your Floop. Here's your
Oh yeah.
Charlie Floop guy right here. I can tell by his jacket. So he's driving one of these vehicles during this chase scene. Ooh, I love that.
See
The
it.
blue and
The
purple reminds me of my Cobra Kai cover art. It's a
oh yeah.
little, yeah. Anyway, this are they shooting lasers from this vehicle? Like I don't even know how
Yeah,
this
I'm
this all works.
curious
So
if
many
it's
questions.
okay. Yeah, never mind. That's that looks like a laser. I was gonna say, I wonder if
It
that's just a
almost looks
headlight. You know.
This looks like Back to the Future. Like this is the DeLorean going into the future right now or the past. Okay, I love it. John reacting to the flames. Oh, he drives through it, right? Something. Maybe he doesn't drive through it. So back to Calypso.
Get the title
John
drop.
driving again. Oh, somebody jumps on. Is that the driver? I mean the dancer that you were talking about?
Yes, I think that's that person's head.
Oh, like
Either
decapitated.
either they're like he hit him and they're just on the windshield, or it's a head. Oh, actually, you
Well,
see
there's
a
a
hand.
hand. Yeah, there's a hand right here in the windshield. But maybe this person was ejected from the vehicle, right? Like we
Yeah,
just saw an explosion. Maybe that person was in the vehicle, ejected, and now lands on top of John's windshield, especially for the way he's reacting. Did not see
and it
that
looks like
coming.
I think he's still in his formal wear too.
It does look like it. Yeah, I believe that's a blazer he's still wearing.
So
And that
apparently,
might
prom
be
does
it.
not end well.
Oh, I just noticed that the font is different too. It's like just straight up metallic
Oh
instead of like
yeah,
the rusted metal.
got a
Okay.
upgrade.
Yeah. And more chase scenes from early on because Quiet is wearing Loud's jacket still, and she's driving and checking out his butt at this point. So I think that's what you were
Yes,
referring to earlier. Yeah,
yeah. It
got
seems
a
like they're
shotgun.
more openly just maybe they're
Yeah, she's very
exclusive.
comfortable, right?
They're
Your
going
butt looks,
steady.
yeah, yeah, when he's shooting, his butt looks good or whatever. And that's it. There we go. That is our thoughts on the trailer. I'm sorry for those that are listening at home. It was probably boring not being able to kind of see what we're looking at. And so, this serves better on the YouTube channel. So, yeah, look up Twisted Metal Companion on YouTube
Well,
to,
and you've got some
yeah,
more news. Uh,
yes, 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 yes. So, let me see. Let me pull it up. Actually, I was in the middle of writing an article for the website. But the news. So if you guys are still listening to this point, 12 episodes starting July 31st. We're gonna get 3 episodes on the 31st, so episodes 1 through 3, and then every Thursday it'll be week to week leading up to the 28th of August. And that sounds short. Yes, because July 31st will be 1 through 3. August 7th, the following week, would be episodes 4 and 5. August 14th, episodes 6 and 7. August 21st, episodes 8 and 9. And then August 28th, 10 through 12. So you start with 3, end with 3. Every Thursday, week to week, will be 2 episodes at a time. Oh, not at a time, but 2 episodes on that day. Times to be determined. So MJ does not know the times, but I did get a quote from him on that because people were saying, like there was one site that said like, oh, 10 episodes, starting the 31st. I'm like, no, that's not correct. I think what they were doing is like the 31st, 28th, and thinking 10 episodes. Like I saw all different types of information, so I was trying to get like clarification on it.
Well,
And
and
that's all we have so far.
that's what you get with the human touch of you writing an article and looking into it instead of what's most likely a bunch of AI just scraping other articles.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't want to name any names. One of them was actually a pretty big one. At least it was also referenced in another article. And I'm just like, oh man, see, that's why I wanted to like get some stuff out. So I've been making graphics, trying to share it everywhere so people have something to go off of. Anything else you could remember?
No, I think
Okay.
we covered it.
The yeah, only other bit is for those that do listen to the podcast, or at least like our episode breakdowns. There's something I was speaking with Tyler about earlier today, and um for those that don't hear this episode, it'll just be a cool surprise, hopefully. But we're starting with our episode 6 review. We're gonna start adding some games to the end of the episode reviews to make it a little bit more fun. And it's nice to kind of like try to pick a funny quote to throw at Tyler at the end of the episodes, but I also want him to join in on the fun too. So we'll kind of fine tune the actual categories and reveal them in the episode 6. And yeah, so hopefully you guys look forward to that. And I think that's pretty much it. So I want to thank you guys for checking out our kind of review of the new images and also the trailer that dropped earlier today at the time of this recording. And until the next episode, keep it twisted.